Steffi here. Welcome to my channel, and today is an exciting video. I want to give you the real tea on 3 locking tools that I tried, and I want you to know which one is my favorite, which one works the best for my micro locks and for retightenings, and even if you're thinking about installing locks and doing interlocking method, which would be the best tool for that. I have had some time with these tools, and so I've really gotten to know these tools a lot, so I'm going to give you an honest review, and you will be hugely surprised. So let's get started. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It takes 2.5 seconds and it's free 99. So you can stay tuned for all the great videos that I have that are new, that are coming up. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, the first locking tool is something that I used from the very beginning. I have interlocks. I interlocked, and that's how I started my micro lock journey. And the first tool that I used was the crochet hook. Now let's see if we can get a good picture of what the hook, what it looks like. Yep. I started out with the crochet hook because I had been searching, and I saw a couple of videos where they said that one of the easiest methods that they have used with starting their locks was using the crochet tool. So after watching videos and learning how to really use it, I went and picked 2 up from my local beauty supply store. They were both $1, like exactly $1. And that's how I have started out my locks. I interlocked from the top all the way down to almost the very ends. And I like this tool because the handle is plastic, but so it's not very slippery. The only thing I don't like about this tool, and I'm going to be very honest with you, is the fact that you have to be very careful, because you think that you have your hair parted and separated, you know, so that you can go in and retighten or even start the section, and this will grab onto something else and you'll end up merging locks together, and then you have to go through the process, of popping those locks. So this one, you have to be very careful with that. Make sure that your hair is really separated. Use clips separating your sections so that you don't end up merging this with another section. But this one I like because it's easier on the hands and on the fingers, and I don't have to grip as tightly using this. So yeah, this tool is a really good tool, especially for starting out with your locks. Okay, so the next tool that I purchased off of Amazon was this locking tool here. I'd seen this locking tool in a couple of videos. So it looks like a hook that you would use for weaves and when you do sew-ins, but it has an opening right there. Now, let me see if I can go in closer to show you. Yes, I have one in this silver and one in gold, and I tried this on my first retie that I did, and I don't like this. The main reason I don't like it is because it hurts, and sometimes it's harder to get the lock inside of it, and because it's metal and it's slippery, it's harder to get that lock inside, and your hands are slipping the entire time that you do this. So this one was not my favorite at all. I spent maybe less than $15 on this tool from Amazon, and I will link all these tools so that you can, you know, take a look at them yourselves. But I didn't like this one at all. I just felt like my hands were slipping and sliding. it made my fingers hurt even more than ever, and it was definitely not something that I was excited to use. So yeah, I would not repurchase this tool. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, and especially if you are a newbie and you're learning how to do interlocking, this is not the best tool. This may be a standard type of tool that they use. Sister lock consultants may use when they are doing their interlocking process, but for me, it's very slippery. I didn't like it. It wasn't comfortable to use. Now the last locking tool is this one here. And this one looks like a needle, just a regular needle. And I like this tool. I think that this tool is really good. It's got a very nice pointed tip so that you can get in there and really get into that section to do your retightenings. This, because it's plastic, was easier on the hands and also wasn't as slippery. The only thing I don't really care for it for is to repair locks. Like if you have holes in your locks, I'd rather use this one here to just repair my holes in my locks. But this one is great for retightenings, especially in the back. You know, I really like this tool a lot. It was well worth the purchase. Guess how much I paid for it? $1 on Amazon. Yes, $1. So yes, this is well worth the money, well worth the purchase. So now let's rank all of these as far as which one is the best and which one is the worst. Number one, I'm going to recommend this crochet hook. I think the fatter handle, plastic, it just, and this just, the movement is more natural for your fingers, for your hands, and so I recommend this first. And I recommend if you're doing micro locks and you're starting your journey out by yourself, this tool is a great tool to start out with. Now, second, I would recommend this one. Like I said, it's plastic, so it's not slippery. You know, it has a precise little tip so that it goes in really easy the way you need to in your spots when you're doing your rotations. So yeah, this would be number 2. And number 3, of course, is this one here. I don't recommend this one. It's metal, it's slippery, and when it's slippery, it's also harder to get the lock inside. And yeah, it's got a great tip, but it's metal, and the metal is the problem because it's very slippery. It's hard to grasp. And let me tell you, my fingers were in so much pain after using this one. So I definitely would not recommend this one at all. Now, let's see. What else can I say about the locking tools? Now, when you're purchasing a locking tool, just because you see it on Instagram or you see it, you know, others on YouTube who are using it, it may not be necessarily the best locking tool for you. You have to figure out what works for you, which one is going to give you easy movement with your fingers, your hands, when you're doing your self-retightenings, or even if you're starting your locks. You want to be able to have something where you can have an easy fluid motion so that you're not having your fingers cramping up, locking up, because retightenings as well as installations are a long process, and you want to be able to do it and do it right. And you don't want a tool that is going to hurt your fingers and your hands in the process. So, yep, that's my quick video on these 3 tools. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you use to do your retightenings. If there's another tool, you know, another company's locking tools that you would recommend, let me know in the comment section, because I'm always looking to try other ones. I can do some tests and try them out and let you guys know what the real deal is. But thank you guys for watching.